Okay, here we have it. The shampoo shelf, it is partially trimmed out here. Okay, we have 3 separate pieces. 1, there's a joint. 2, there's a joint. 3. All right, and that's what it looks like. Okay, just want to show you this as it's under development. And you notice there's a shim. This is a shim that I put in here. I'll pull it out. All right, this wasn't flush. It is now. Okay, so to get it flush, I slipped this, pushed this in here to where this was flush, and I stopped and let it dry. Okay, and so that's an update on this. And as it progresses, I'm finalizing everything. I'm getting down to the few little details. I have this hardware to put on, and the handle, the beauty ring, and the chrome spout there, riser pipe, and or shower pipe, whatever you want to call it. There is my ceiling trim. All right, the band. Okay, and shower seat. Kind of cool having that storage under there. There's just one of a kind. And then it will be getting this rail. And this rail is going to go down here by the shower seat. And I will have a small handrail here. Now the nice feature about this shower is you open the door, okay? You come in, you reach around, you can turn this on, and then the water's over there. You won't get wet. So you can just step in, get your water adjusted. You never get wet. It can warm up, and then you step in. And you don't have any special valves in here that'll wear out, you know, those temp valves that are automatic and all that. You can adjust your water. You're never wet. This is straightforward. No parts, extra parts to go bad on it, so it will last much, much longer before you have to repair. And that just keeps it simple. So, all right. Well, the next stage, I'll be showing you this finished product, and we'll take it from there. Then I'll start my next shower. I've got one more shower, and it's more custom than this, and that'll be next. After the finishing of this shower, I've got one more. It's a steam shower. It's all enclosed. It's got body sprayers and a rain shower overhead and a handheld. So it's really nice. So, all right, no further ado, we will be catching you on the next video, on the next update. So like and share, and subscribe, and join my community. Hit that red subscription. The words will be in red, and it will say subscribe. Just tap on it, and a bell will appear. A little bell. Tap on the bell. I call it ringing the bell, and you'll get my updates on future videos. So, look forward to seeing you there and hearing from you. Look forward to it. So take care, God bless. I'm just keeping it real, and never give up, because there's always a way. All right, bye for now. God bless. Bye. Okay, now what I'm going to show you is, this is my glass trim that's going to go around This piece has not been cut yet. Okay. But I'm going to show you how I did it. If you notice, there's tape wrapped around this glass. There's a cut there. Okay, it come out pretty good. It can chip like this other one. Okay, back here, but you shouldn't see that back here at all. And the top piece, okay, which has 45s at each end. Now, when to take this measurement, you measure across the top of the shampoo shelf opening to the short points. These points here, so that's the short point, that would be considered the long point. So you measure across this opening, across the bottom, which gives you your short points, okay? Then this becomes what it is. It's a 45. And so what this length is like 3/4 of an inch more. So you could technically mark here, draw a line across the back, and then measure up to 3/4 or 13/16, okay? Which is just a 1/16 over 3/4. Any rate, but you pull and take your measurement from the short points, then you mark it very carefully. Here you see I was struggling getting that exact measurement, but this is perfect now. Measure twice, measure 5 times, I don't care, cut once. All right, and I wrap it with the tape to help prevent the chipping as you cut, and you want to cut smooth as possible. Okay, now as you see here, I've got this block. I put this on my slide saw and I cut this 45. So whether it's this way or whether it's laying down flat or I flip it over, I still have a 45. Okay, so then I lay this here, push this up against here. All right, and then you bring this up to the saw, up to the blade, and you bring this right up to your pencil line here at the bottom. You get this adjusted where that's going to do that, whether you need to push this out further, as long as it's against, all the way against here. So you have to hold it at this point, and then as you cut, you see you will get your 45-degree angle, okay? But you got to do it as smooth as possible as you push this through it. Or if you pull this, and you pull it as smooth as possible when you're cutting glass. All right. So at this point, I'm going to cut this piece here. Okay, this is uncut. I'm gonna put a 45 on it like this. Okay. So I gotta set these down carefully so I don't damage them. All right. Working with glass makes me nervous. What can I say? I guess I'll just point this over here while I'm wrapping it. I'm not sure what you're going to see, so I'll do my best to get this in the picture here. All right. I'm just going to take this, I'm going to wrap this. I'm going to bring it to the edge. All right, so it doesn't interfere. All right, right there, even with the edge. Okay, that way it just makes it easier. You don't have the tape interfering with your cut. All right, now that I have this wrapped with the tape, make sure it's nice and smooth all the way around. Okay, hopefully you can see this because I'm not sure what you're seeing right now. All right, now I have to make sure this is at the right angle or it will be cut backwards and I'll have either a left or a right. So I have to double check and make sure the angles are the perfect angle. Okay, so how I'm going to do that, now that I'm ready to cut, is I'm going to pull this table out. I'm going to lay this out here on this table like I just had it a minute ago. Okay, so I'm going to lay this piece down, and this piece goes over here to this side, all right? And then the piece I'm cutting is going to be at this angle here, see? So I'm going to now remove this and this, all right? And I'm gonna, okay, set these down carefully so they don't get damaged. Sorry about that face shot. Okay, now, this is the side. Now I can use this for a pattern. See, I can just take this and use this for a pattern. So I'll bring it up here. I will get this lined up. See, I got this tape's interfering with, it's in my way. So I'll just take this tape off so it doesn't interfere. You can see it's kind of chipped there, all right. But I'm gonna just use this for a pattern, just to, so I know the angle here. So I know we're dead on and right where it's gonna need to be. I get this nice and, see how it's off, get that nice and straightened up. Okay, make sure this is all in the line that comes right up to that corner. You can see I need to slide this up just a hair, about, looks like not much, 1/16 maybe. Make sure this is all in alignment. That's plastic interfering, you just gotta feel the edge. All right, this really needs 2 hands on it. So as I do that, I'm going to set this here while I get this marked out. All right, I can hold this with one hand, get it exactly where I want it, get it all straight and even. Straight and even. All right. Now when I go to mark this, cut this, I'll know if I need to cut it on the front side or if I need to flip it over to the back side and mark it there. Okay, so now I'm going to do that right here. That looks like I'm going to need to flip that over. Yep, I'm going to have to flip it over to the back, which means I'm going to have to do the same thing I just did. All right. I make sure that this long point, make sure that the long point here is on the same side as it is on this side. All right, there's that long point here at this corner, and it matches this long point over here on the other side. Okay, so if I flip this over and I mark it, I know I'm not changing directions of this angle. Otherwise, if I flip this way, see, then it's going to be on the opposite side. So now that I know that both of these long points, I can even slide this up and then look at it this way and go, okay, we're good. Now I just bring this down here, exactly where we want it, about like that. Okay. And I make sure it's straight and even over here at the top and bottom. Okay. I've got this plastic in my way right here that's interfering with my mark. So now that I've removed the plastic out of my way, I don't have any interference. I make sure this is straight and even over here. The long point comes up and touches the corner, and I mark it. And now I cut from the short point. It's the short point on here that I got to start my cut at. I guess I could do it, but I'd have to, it was just going to make it more difficult to try to cut it from the long point. So we're not going to do that. You know, otherwise I'd have to come up at this angle here, see? And I'd have to bring this up in alignment here, bring it up here like this to the blade, get it started here, take this, slide it, or just get a bigger piece of wood, see? This has to be against the fence. This has to come against it, I'll show you. All right, see, I would have to have it, to get the long point, I would have to have it like this in order to cut it from the long point. Okay, so that doesn't work. Not with this piece. So now you know why, it just makes it more difficult. I guess I could use a narrower piece, have a 45 on it, or a taller piece, but that just, you know, it's on any rate. I don't know how to do it. Cutting with the short point is the way to go. All right, now that we've puzzled that out, we know we want to cut from the back side, and therefore, that, okay. And we need to be on this side, and this needs to come around. Flip that over to the square edge there, okay. Bring this here, and you see that the long point, it's going to start, it's going to come down here, okay. Slide this back, bring this here, get this lined up, make sure things are off your table and you've got a clear table, nothing to interfere, so it lays flat. Okay, this is flat, straight up against the fence here, all right. Then I grab this, okay, and I kind of push in and down and kind of lock it in here. Okay, now, where is it going to hit? This is where we line it up. This point. Okay, it looks like I'm going to have to adjust this by sliding this forward. Okay, it's going to move my line about where it needs to be on the blade. See that? Just by moving this forward. Slide it back, and you've now slid it away from the blade. See? And you're off. Slide this forward, pushes it out. Keep it tight against everything tight. And then, okay, it puts it about right there, but I need it a little closer. See, it's not just missing that pencil line. All right, so I need to move this out a little bit more. All right, bring this together, slowly move it because you don't want to jam it like I did just a second ago. Eyeball it, make sure it's dead on where you want it, which is slightly in front of that line, just ever so slightly. Okay, it looks like I am there. So I'm just about there, all right? Now I can push this forward just a hair, bring it together. Did I go past it or am I on it? It looks like I'm right there. Okay. Now, I'm not going to be able to hold this and cut, not on this, but I'm going to be pushing down and back as I cut. Okay? I'll show you the end results here. Okay, there you have that final cut. All right. So there we have it. Okay. Nice clean cut. Got to cut it slow and smooth. Nice clean. and nice and clean, and nice and clean. Now I just used a little silicone in the joint, clear silicone, and thin set, and we'll be installing this bad boy. What a deal. Next I'll show you